Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So I know many of you guys were watching the Democratic presidential debate a week or so ago. I know because I was doing a live stream right then, and a lot of you guys are asking me, did I see Cory Booker when he was asked point blank, would he recommend that more people adopt a vegan diet in order to fight climate change? And this is surprising. I mean, 2019, finally, questions about veganism are being asked on an international stage like this for all people to see. However, I'm sure many of you guys, like myself, were a little disappointed with his response. As you'll see here, he could have said a lot more. And first of all, let's just jump right in and see how he answered this question.
Jorge Ramos of Univision asked Booker if more people should adopt his vegan diet to fight climate change.
First of all, I want to say no. Actually, I want to translate that into Spanish. No.
And then right after this, he said a little bit more. I don't have any video of it, but here's exactly what he said. It was his position against factory farming and industrial agriculture. And he immediately then switched the discussion to a completely different topic about veteran healthcare. My personal guess is Cory didn't want to isolate himself as some kind of vegan and make himself unattractive to the mass voters out there, but he really didn't have to go off topic at this moment. He could have talked about some positions of his own on his very own website. For instance, on this page on his website about animal welfare. Yes, as vegans, we'd rather see animal rights discussions, but let's see what Cory has to say here because he has a few pretty good points, things that vegans have been fighting for. For instance, he wants to create millions of new acres of wildlife habitat. He wants to immediately end all animal testing for cosmetics and develop scientifically reliable alternative methods in order to end all animal testing by 2025. So yes, this could have been a great time for Cory to let the American public know about these specific animal welfare issues he's fighting for. But let's get back to this big question asked of Cory. Should more people go vegan in order to help fight climate change?
First of all, I want to say no. Actually, I want to translate that into Spanish. No.
And again, yes, I fully understand Cory's need here to not want to come across as too vegan for your average American voter. He doesn't want to make himself seem like some kind of radical vegan with some radical agenda of shutting down people's dietary choices, passing laws to make everyone vegan. And there's nothing whatsoever like that on his platform. But I think he missed a golden opportunity here. When he said, no, I'll translate that into Spanish, no, and changed topic immediately. He missed a golden opportunity to discuss why veganism is actually really good for helping fight climate change, because really that's what the question was about, climate change, and would it be better for us as a planet if more people were to adopt a vegan diet? And he said no, but the actual statistics and real data say otherwise. Cory should know this because he's running for president and he has a climate change platform here on his website, but he makes no mention of this here. But the data's been out for well over a decade that animal agriculture is the #1 source of greenhouse gas emissions, even more so than transportation. And it's not like this data came from some kind of like weird radical vegan agenda group. No, this data is from a published report from 2007 from the United Nations Climate Change Committee. So Cory should have been well aware of this data and been willing to discuss it with American people who might have had a receptive ear towards it. Speaking of the United Nations Climate Change Committee, earlier this year, they published a new report and sounded a dire warning for humanity, saying if we want to have any chance of really fighting climate change, we need to do more than just like and worry about like fuel efficiency and energy. We must, they said, address how we produce food and specifically what we eat, and specifically saying we need to eat way less meat. In fact, they ranked which diets were best for addressing this need, and they said vegan and vegetarian diets were numbers 1 and 2 respectively. So with all due respect to Cory Booker and his need to appeal to your average mainstream voter, he could have taken this opportunity to present this information to most people out there who have, unless you're an environmentalist or a vegan, you probably have no idea about the role of animal agriculture and greenhouse gas emissions. And I think most people are receptive to this idea of needing to change their diets in order to have a habitable planet for them and their loved ones and future generations. So I think, Cory, you need to be honest with people and let the world, let your voting public know about the role of animal agriculture and greenhouse gas emissions. Don't try to hide it. Don't be in denial about it. You need to be upfront with people, because I think that's what people respect: honesty and truth. And I have to say, I lost a little bit of respect for Cory with this response and changing the topic to something else. So anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts about this answer of Cory's was. Let me know down in the comments. How did you react? How did you feel? Was it like mine, or was it something different? And I want to let you know, this is even more inspiration to me for why I'm running for political office, because I'm not only not afraid to talk about the role of animal agriculture and climate change, I want to talk about it because so many people on the mainstream political stage, like Cory Booker, and I made a video about Elizabeth Warren not wanting to talk about this issue.
Some of it is with light bulbs, some of it is on straws, some of it, dang, is on cheeseburgers, right?
I think it needs to be discussed not only on a local level, but on a national level, and we need to get that discussion out there, and we need to get it out there now, or else we, as I said, the United Nations report said we were basically screwed. So anyway, if you didn't know, I'm running for City Council here in Long Beach. Please visit my website, ryanlum.net. I'll put a link down in the show description and another one up above in the card. So either way, click over. You can read about my positions on issues. And if you believe in what I'm fighting for, if you want to see more vegan representation, more pro-environmental representation in politics, please contribute to my campaign. Even if you don't live anywhere near Long Beach, if you are in the United States, you can contribute, and I need your contributions to help win this campaign. I'm going against some really well-funded competitors, people who have close ties to strong business connections here in Long Beach. So if I want to have any chance of winning, and I have every intention on winning, I'll need every contribution I can, even if it's just $5. And by the way, all your contributions are going to my campaign. I legally cannot use them for personal expenses. So anyway, please come by ryanlum.net. I appreciate it. So until next time, guys, remember, vote vegan.
Spinning till I'm dizzy, fall into the